It's that time of year again. 5th anniversary Q&A.
Favourite Star Trek?
Next Generation's my favourite.
DS9 for me.
What's your favourite genre of music?
Grunge, metal step, industrial. I like noises. What about you?
My favourite genre of music is third wave ska, ska punk, ska core, whatever you want to call it. And yes, I know there is a distinction between those three things, but it's fine.
Have you played 8th edition? And what do you think about it?
I've played a couple of games of it. Quite like it so far. It's kind of confusing because some stuff is so different, but quite liking it.
There are some weird changes. Vehicles having wounds now kind of threw me initially. I do like how they've streamlined the rules, because I am quite bad for internalizing game mechanics and rules and stuff, so that actually really helped me play a bit more fluidly. So I'm a fan. Yeah. I think it's pretty good.
Would you two be willing to play 40k and make a video about it?
Actually, we are currently looking into how best to record that kind of stuff. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe in the next couple of months, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
We'll try and do some actual tabletop stuff. I know we've been promising it for a while, but we mean it this time.
Are you almost finished painting your Space Wolves?
I'm working on it.
Can we make a successor chapter of the original Snipe and Wib chapter, please?
I mean, you could, but a successor of a successor chapter just kind of... I mean, is that even a thing?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But I mean, hell, do what the fuck you like, you know? If that's what you want to do.
The Snipe and Wib chapter has a female chapter master, so I think we're pretty much admitting that the canon's kind of...
It's a bit loose.
A little loose.
Yeah, so yeah, go for it.
Will you be making another appearance in TTS?
Maybe.
What is the best faction in 40k, and why is it the Orcs?
Because green is best.
Do you guys have any recommendations for someone who wants to get into 40k, but doesn't know where to start?
I'd definitely say start with the video games, like Dawn of War, Space Marine, kind of get a feel for the setting, get a feel for the fluff. Don't pay much attention to the rules, though, because tabletop's quite different.
Yeah, I've encountered a few people who seem to have this weird idea that the rules from Dawn of War will translate over into the tabletop, and they really don't.
They don't, so just be aware of that.
Yeah. Apart from that, I mean, if you have a Games Workshop nearby you, then going into them is not a bad place to start. The staff there will try and sell you stuff.
It's like it's their job or something.
Almost as if. But they're generally pretty good at explaining how to kind of get used to it. Apart from that, there's plenty of places online, channels that do like lore videos and stuff that's, you know, quite good to look at. I guess that's kind of an easy enough way.
Yeah.
Snipe, how did you survive all those years down under if you're scared of spiders?
Honestly, I have no idea. I did encounter a lot of spiders. I've been bitten by a few of them.
Did you bite them too?
To be fair, I think a little girl biting one of those spiders would do significantly less damage to one of them biting me.
Well, yeah, there is that.
But yeah, I somehow managed to survive. I don't know how.
In fairness, you have been getting a lot better with spiders recently.
I have. I've been forcing myself to take them out and stare them down. So I'm nowhere near as afraid of spiders as I was.
Yeah.
So I've been being strong at spiders. So that's been helping. I don't think I could cope with Australian spiders now, though.
I don't think I could, to be fair.
What was your first experience with video games?
Oh, this is a really tricky question for me, because the earliest thing I can remember is a ColecoVision with like a PC peripheral, and I think most of the games my parents had were pirated. So, I was like 4 years old, so I can't remember a fucking thing. I just remember always having a game to play, but never really remembering the games I was playing, if that makes any sense. I remember one that was like, you were this really low pixel kind of guy who was in an office and he would backflip. And then there was, and there was another one where it was a text adventure where you had to wander around and collect toothbrushes.
Alright.
But that was quite a way on.
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck if I know. It could have been literally anything.
Mine's a little bit easier to pin down. I couldn't tell you which one of these it is, because I was too young to know, but I know my first experience was either playing a Game Gear or a Master System. So if it was the Master System, then it would have been either the 8-bit version of Sonic the Hedgehog or Alex Kidd, and if it was the Game Gear, which I think it probably was, it would have probably been playing this very copy of the 8-bit Sonic the Hedgehog, which I still have.
Dude, that's pretty rad.
Yeah, this thing is so fucking old.
Have you guys ever thought about getting into game development? And if so, do you have any ideas of what you'd like to do?
I went to college for games development with the explicit idea of trying to get into games development, and then I realised the college course I did was fucking shit and I couldn't afford a university, so I was just like, fuck it, let's not do that. But if I had tried to make a game, it probably would have been one of the really horrible kind of Greenlight-esque kind of games. It would have been so terrible.
I don't know, I think if you tried to do one now, you'd probably make a decent job of it.
Yeah.
I don't know, I have tried to make a game recently. I wanted to make a kind of Lovecraftian game, surprise, surprise. That I kind of got so far in making in Game Maker and then sort of gave up because I'm bad at stuff.
Stuff is hard as well.
Stuff is hard.
Making games is really fucking hard.
But one day I would like to return to that. It was sort of a top-down... It looked like it would look like it was made in RPG Maker, but it's not.
You spent so much time trying to make it look like it was an RPG Maker.
But it would be based mostly around just messing with sanity effects, because I always find that really interesting in any game that really deals with that.
Get back on it so we can play it for the channel and tear it to pieces.
What kind of a fucking idiot made this? Ooh.
I gifted you a game, but you haven't played it. Does it mean you don't like me?
Of course not. We're really grateful and thankful to everyone that has gifted something to the channel, but there are many reasons why we might not have played something that you sent to us.
Either we'll be saving it for a special occasion, or there's technical difficulties sitting in the way, so our computer won't run it, or our recording software won't work with it, or maybe it doesn't fit the format of the videos we make and it just won't really work, or we've just got a big old backlog.
That's usually the case.
It's usually the case, honestly.
Ultimately, we do try and make a video or stream everything we're sent at some point, but sometimes things just, we can't make them work or we can't make them funny. We try, but we can't make promises, you know.
Still grateful.
Yeah, we're still very grateful.
How did you guys get your nicknames?
Well, go on. I think yours is probably the way more interesting one. You see, it all started in the war.
Actually, it kind of did. So... Way back when I was at secondary school, my friend and I got really obsessed with Blackadder, the British historical comedy series. And in Blackadder Goes Forth, to try and avoid being sent over the top because it's set in World War One, Blackadder pretends to go mad and repeatedly says the word "wibble." We thought that was the most hilarious shit in the universe, and we created a character called Wibble the Fish, who exploded.
Oh, it's a very good comedy.
That was the joke. He exploded a lot.
Oh, was the joke also profanity?
Not really. No.
You're doing a lot better than I did.
No,
with my
it was
first
lol so random. Eventually, I started making a little animated series, which I don't know if is anywhere on the internet anymore. Thank God.
I hope they are.
They're supremely unfunny, like catastrophically unfunny. But I started using the name as an alias, and it kind of stuck. And eventually, Wibble the Fish just got shortened to Wib because it's easier to say.
And less weird.
Yeah, and it's just kind of stuck, and I've just kept it. What about yours?
Mine, I liked Sniper Wolf, but Sniper Wolf was taken. So I liked bunnies, so I was like Sniper Bunny. And then I was like, Bunny kind of makes me feel a bit juvenile, so I'm just gonna go with Sniper. And then I was like, Sniper's a bit butts, so I'm just gonna go with Snipe. Hey!
Both of our names are just a history of starting off with something kind of silly and then shortening it to something that doesn't sound as silly.
I don't know, Snipe is like what a 10-year-old edgelord would call themselves on COD.
Or a bird.
If Snipe plays the bass guitar, what instrument does Wib play?
In the band, I played guitar, but I am also known to dabble with bass guitar and with the ukulele.
What does a Dicko Slew taste like?
Why must you ask us a question that we both know the answer to and need to forget?
In one of your old videos, there was a tiny tiger figure in the background from Crash Bandicoot. Can I know the history? Because those are damn rare.
Ah, this guy. Oh, he's lovely, isn't he? Yeah, I got him when I was about 8 years old. I strolled into a toy shop and I pointed at Tiny Tiger because I was a massive Crash Bandicoot fan. Still am. And I said, I want to put this on lay-by. Lay-by, you put it behind the counter, you pay weekly until the whole thing's paid off. This toy store willingly entered into a contract with an 8-year-old girl so I could buy a Tiny Tiger. And here he is today. I didn't know he was rare, but that makes him all the more special. But yeah, good eye.
As a UK resident, what reasons made you move from Australia to the UK, the land of grey skies and miserable kids?
Well, when I was about 10 years old, my mother decided that she didn't want to live in Australia anymore. She wanted to go home, so we uprooted, came all the way over here, and ta-da! Been here ever since.
You didn't really get much of a choice in the matter.
No, not really.
How did you two meet?
Honestly, my cousin introduced us, and we just got on and eventually got married, so yeah.
I guess it's alright, isn't it?
How was your day?
We're doing okay. Thank you very much for asking.
Dark Angels or Blood Angels?
I've got to say Dark Angels because they are my favourite Trader Legion.
You are only saying that because every single time we make a joke about a Space Marine chapter, someone in the comments gets weirdly offended on behalf of this fictional faction.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly why I'm saying it.
If each of you could ask the God Emperor one question, or ask for one thing, what would it be?
I want him to make the Wolfen go away, because they're stupid and dumb and I fucking hate them.
Do you mean just the Wolfen in general, or do you mean those models that came out recently?
Just in general I hate it, but those models can fuck off.
Yeah. On a related note, I'd ask him for new Sisters models.
Well, that's a good one, yeah.
I like
Wolfen! Just paint them white.
I like how we are able to ask them as powerful, like, man ever to live, and we ask him to give us models.
For some weird warp/chaosy reason, you both have to marry and live with a named character from the 40k universe for 1 year. They can't kill you either. Then, everything goes back to normal after the year. Who would each of you choose, and why?
I'd say either Garviel Loken or Gaskell. They would treat me right.
Those are some pretty wildly different choices there.
Well, why not both?
Enter some kind of three-way relationship with two of them.
Yes.
I don't know if Gaskell would like to share.
Hey, for a year they have to do it and they can't harm me, so, it's going to be a wild ride.
For me, I'd go for Lotara Sarin because she is the best Warhammer character.
That's fair. I kind of want to drag her into my weird love triangle as well.
Out of the original 3 expansions for Dawn of War, which is your favourite?
I'm going to be massively, against the grain here and say Dark Crusade.
The one that most people agree is the best one.
But it is the best.
Yeah, Dark Crusade is my favourite.
It's the best.
The others do have their strengths, but yeah, Dark Crusade.
It's not Dark Crusade, though.
Yeah, Dark Crusade overall is my favourite as well.
Congratulations! You made it onto one of your sci-fi faction of choice ship design teams. What kind of sci-fi capital ship weapons do you prefer? Ballistic weapons? Energy weapons? Missile weapons?
I'm definitely going to go with energy because that feels so much more future-y, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'd probably go for energy too because, I don't know, it feels like if you're firing physical objects, all you're doing is adding to shrapnel in space. Which I know there's going to be a fair bit in a space battle, but you don't want to add to that, you know? The energy weapons are clean.
And they make the pew noises which they should never make.
Well, no, 'cause it's space, but, you know.
Yeah.
You can pretend everyone on deck has to go pew whenever you fire something to make up for it.
Yeah, no, it's regulation.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Bene Gesserit or Mentat?
Mentat. Definitely a Mentat.
Yeah, I'd probably go for Mentat too, because personally I want to be as far away as possible from that magic pain box.
How do you both generally get to feeling better when you're down?
Oh, that is a tough one. I'd say I tend to just hang out on YouTube a lot. Like, I'll watch old Let's Plays of YouTubers I follow. Like, or watch Let's Plays of games I really like Metal Gear Solid 3 or something, because the noises and just everything about it kind of makes me feel a bit more relaxed and makes me feel a bit more comfortable, I guess, so I feel a little bit better and I feel a bit safer. For lack of, I can't really articulate properly what I'm meaning to say, but that really does help me.
It can be difficult to find things if you are feeling really down, because part of being depressed is that you stop finding things that you like as interesting as you did. You don't find them as engaging, and I tend to throw myself into work a lot.
I'm the opposite. I can't throw myself into work when I'm feeling shitty. So I'll just eat something that's bad for me and watch YouTube.
Yeah, to be honest, we're probably not the best people to ask about this. We don't manage this well ourselves.
Can I have a hug?
Yes. Oh, come on, bring it in.
Will we ever get another title card drawing video? Since both of you are artists, why not show some more of it on the channel, you know?
Honestly, the reason why I haven't done more of those things is because they're not particularly popular when I put them up, and they do take a long time to render off, and I kind of find them stressful to do, so the kind of payoff for them isn't really worth it for me. I mean, maybe I'll do another one at some point.
No, for sure, but for the foreseeable future, it's probably not super likely.
Yeah, sorry.
Have you considered doing more movie reviews?
Absolutely. In fact, we do have a script in the pipeline right now, so we don't know when that'll be out exactly, but probably within the next 200 years. No guarantees on that, so...
Going by the speed I write scripts, then yeah.
What's the better future, Star Trek or Firefly?
Definitely Star Trek. I'd say the more realistic one is definitely Firefly.
Yeah, like, Star Trek's a very idealised view of a possible future, whereas if we do get to space without, blowing ourselves up, then Firefly's probably closer to what kind of future awaits us.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the Ultraman series? And if you have, which was your favourite?
I've seen some of the original Ultraman series, I've seen some of Ultra Q, I've watched the entirety of Ultraman Leo, and I've watched most of Ultraman 80. Of all of those that I've seen, which obviously isn't that many because there's so much of it, Ultraman 80 is probably my favourite. There's just something really comfortable and cosy about it. Like, especially, even the theme tune is like so nice and cosy. I don't know.
It is really cute.
It's just really sweet. And sometimes you don't want grimdark things. Sometimes you just want something that's nice.
When was the last time Snipe and Wib wrestled? And who won?
I don't know what kind of relationship you think we have.
What are your 3 favourite games?
Definitely MGS3. Far Cry 3, I guess I gotta put in there. I really want to put in Blood, but I think I'm gonna have to put in The Witcher 1.
So, Far Cry 3, Metal Gear 3, and The Witcher 1.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, it would be Binding of Isaac Rebirth, Dark Souls, and Final Fantasy 7.
Nice answers, nerd.
Who would win, Alien or Predator? Don't you have to watch a film for that? Not sure that's a good idea.
I'd say if it was a 1v1, definitely Predator every single time. But if there's any xenomorph numbers there, Predators are completely fucked.
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, xenomorphs work on numbers, whereas predators are like the super elite ones, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you satisfied with the position you both found the channel to be in? And what developments do you plan on doing in the future for the channel?
I'm really pleased with the way the channel's been doing lately. We've been getting a lot more views, a lot more traffic in, a lot more people in. It's been wonderful, honestly. I think as for developments, probably just get to writing more reviews, get to doing tabletop and D&D videos, and just that kind of just expanding on what we already had.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, we've had a huge boost recently, thanks to that Road Trader video we did,
which was okay.
Which has brought in so many more people to the channel. It's unreal. We've pretty much doubled our subscriber base since that went up. So we're very, very grateful for that.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, as you say, it's just a matter of do what we're doing now, but more so.
Yeah, I hope that's not the worst answer in the world, but
that's what it is. So there we are. Thank you very much to everyone who sent us in a question, and we're just sorry that we couldn't get to all of them. There was way more than we could sensibly answer in one video.
So thank you to everyone who supported us this year, and thank you to people who support us on Patreon, and people who've been sending gifts to the channel, gifting us games. It really means a lot. Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, thank you very much to everybody, and I guess we'll see you here next year. Bye.
Bye.
And the old Wild West above an old saloon. Whoa. Spaceship came down from the sky.